tell me where to stop because I don't know how much.
Midway.
Man, dang.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. You got heavy hand, baby. Look, heavy hand.
You like?
It smell like Bailey's. No.
You could mix it with Bailey's though, because Bailey's has coconut in it. I
Cheers.
think. Yeah. Cheers.
Hit the table.
Okay.
All right, bring it down. Okay.
You like it?
It's smoky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's the right amount of sweet, but not too sweet.
Yeah, it tastes like, low-key tastes like a candy of some sort. You could taste the liquor, taste the alcohol. All right, so we kind of off kilter a little bit. Y'all saw we just took a shot. Y'all see I have somebody in the chair. Welcome to The Whole Truth with Wes. Now, can you do me a favor, love? Can you raise your hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right now. I told her I got a lot of questions to ask her. Pull it closer to you just a smidge so we can make sure we hear everything you got to say. Okay?
Okay.
We got a studio audience here. There's some people in the background now. I told them to be quiet. Y'all gonna be mad if y'all hear the noise. Blame them. Okay? Blame them. But we're gonna start this off right. You go by It's Dia. What made you decide to frame part of your name that way?
When I started doing music, which was like 9 years ago, you know, I was a poet, so I had to learn music. So I had to teach myself everything about music. And then I started realizing like, okay, people got tags. And I speak Mandarin. So I wanted to put like, in Mandarin, you got different tones. So that's why I say It's Dia the way I say it's like, it's Dia, you know, because like, it's like a dip. To just put in that piece of like a Mandarin tune, but then to my name at the same time, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So we got the Caribbean culture, we got the Bahamian culture, two different cultures, yes, but meld together a little bit somewhere.
Yeah.
Which culture influenced you the most, and how so?
You mean as far as
In life.
in life?
In music, how you dress, what you eat.
My culture is a combination of like my roots as well as my education.
Okay.
My experience with like creativity. That contributes a lot to like my look. And then my time in China. I spent like 7 years in China. So I really love Asian style, hence like the ponytails and you know, the oversized look. Yeah. So it's a combination.
What brought you to China for 7 years?
Okay.
That's a long time.
So this is my plan, right?
Okay.
I had a bunch of different plans to get rich because I was a hustler. So I was in college back home and I was working, never going to class because it was just boring. And I came home like mash up one night, and my daddy was there. And he was out because I had gotten scholarships. We didn't have the money for me to go off to school, but I was really smart. So I got scholarships in the States, but I only got partials. So I came home one night and my daddy was like, he wanted me to get out of the country because I was just getting in trouble for real. And I was in school, I was smart, but I was always hustling, trying to find ways, you know what I mean? So I came home one night and he had a dream and he was like, you know, God tell me you need to go to China. And then I heard about the Chinese government scholarship. I applied for the Chinese government scholarship and then I got it. I signed up to go study Chinese language, and it was my plan to come back because they was opening this big hotel called Bahama with the Chinese was building. So I said, okay, if I go and I learn Chinese, I could come back and be the only Bahamian speaker Chinese and start a company, and which I did, but I ended up moving on from it. So that's how I got to China.
That tells me a lot. That tells me you're a free thinker. That tells me you're an open mind. That tells me that you're willing to learn new things. What age were you when you went to China?
I was 17.
Ooh,
yeah.
I don't know too many 17-year-olds that want to venture off to China for 7 years. What is your day looking like off camera? What's a day in the life with Dia?
A day in the life with Dia? I get up like 5:30 in the morning because I have a construction company. So sometimes I try to work out as much as I could. I have a construction company. I have an HVAC and refrigeration company. And I also have a cleaning company. So I wake up very early, go to my projects, go to sites, go to meetings. After I'm done with that, I'd get home, shower, take off, my company stuff.
Yeah.
And I go to the studio. And I repeat it all the next day. And I plan on how I'm going to continue to advance my career. Like, I work 24/7. I don't do anything else. I don't go out. I don't hang out for drinks. I don't
Really?
I don't like idle time. I'm very focused. And I feel like a lot of people want to hang out for drinks. They call it network. You see what I'm saying? But it's like when we go and we network, what we talking about? So we ain't talking about breaking no bread. It's like really what we networking about, because I just feel like you got to be careful who you share your energy with. You never know people's intentions or why they're around. So I just take my time to read people before I really say, my friends and family, I go out and stuff like that. But yeah.
So we just took a shot when we started this, and the taste, the aftertaste, it's wanting me to get another shot. What is the name of what I just drank?
Oh, it's Ricardo coconut rum.
Ooh.
Straight from the Bahamas. Hello.
It makes me want more. What in the world? Come on, Bahamas. What is one childhood memory that you hold dear to your heart, that you think of? It could be a Wednesday, a Thursday. It'll come up and it makes you smile.
My daddy.
Okay.
Yeah. My daddy. My parents, for real. I grew up very, very close to my father. Is a huge influence on my life. As far as my parents, they did their best to raise me well. And I try to think how they would feel about things before I act. So every day, really, those childhood memories replay in my mind, like just going to work with my daddy, learning certain things. He put me on and taught me a lot of things, and those resources carried me where I am. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the biggest misconception that people have about you?
People think shit's sweet.
Oh, okay.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not sweet.
No.
And what is your response when you let them realize that it's not sweet?
I mean, what's understood don't need to be said.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Like, I don't feel like I need to be, I don't need to do all of that, because I just feel like I learned popping shit when I came to the States,
Yeah.
I feel like people need to know what they need to know, and they can know when they know, and when they know, they can understand.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
As someone balancing reality TV exposure and music, how do you keep grounded and true to yourself?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I could be real. Reality TV did present a lot of spiritual battles, because being true to yourself is connected to spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult, very, very difficult. So I try to stay. I had moved over here more often. I used to be over here more often, but I restationed myself back to the Bahamas to get back to my roots, just to reprogram my mind, and I just stay focused. That's I work, and I try to be better than I was the day before. And that's what keep me grounded and keep me understanding, like, okay, you that girl, you made this today, you made that tomorrow. If I go jogging, I run 6 laps today, I run 7 laps tomorrow, just to keep my mind, just being better than myself and not focusing on the other people.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Gemini.
Gemini. Interesting. How old are you today?
How old you think?
I don't know. 'Cause I'm presented by this young woman, and I don't know. It could go either way. I could say 28. I could say 27, 32.
32.
32.
Yeah, he's a grown ass one.
Grown ass at 32, baby. Try 44, baby.
Oh.
Gotta make it to 40, baby. Gotta make it to 40. Shout out to everybody that's in their 30s. Shout out to everybody that's making it to 40, because every day we're losing someone. So stay blessed in life. That's a lot. How do you balance? Well, you said that you're a worker. You don't like idle time. You don't like to put yourself in idle time. How do you make time for love? We don't love. What are we doing? We just working? No love?
I've had my times with love, and I've had my heart broken. I'm not bitter.
Okay.
I do want love, and I do want kids, but I feel so grounded in my purpose to the point where I feel like I can't be slopping up. Like, slopping up is a Bahamian term where it's like you can't play around. You can't, I know that if I put myself in compromising positions, it's gonna compromise the people around me, the people that depend on me. So it's not to say like, okay, I put myself on a chopping block or a sacrifice, but I understand the responsibility. I wouldn't even say burden. I just understand the responsibility I carry. And there's a lot of things that I face in life that tend to exaggerate that responsibility. So I follow the purpose. And love is something that I do want. If it comes, I can take it, and I make the time for it because it's valuable. Love increases humility, it increases strength. It's a powerful thing, and if it comes, it comes. But I just ain't into nothing where it ain't making sense. If it ain't making sense,
Okay.
yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Who or what is your biggest or one of your biggest influences either in life and music? And if they're two different influences, that's fine. Role models.
I am very influenced by NWA, the era of Tupac and NWA, not the per se the music,
Okay.
the mission,
Okay.
the movement, like
Okay.
the way they affected political change using music is such a, because like I tell you, when I started music, I had to learn different things. So I had to learn artists. I'm not done learning every artist because it's taking time, but like that era of music was very big on political change and using your voice, which is the most powerful thing you have. And I'm very influenced by that era. Very, very influenced by it.
Okay. How do you define success for yourself currently?
I don't feel like, I try not to tell myself I'm successful. People be like, don't be too hard on yourself. I don't consider myself successful because I feel like it creates a gap. You know what I mean? I try to not downplay, but I try to be real with myself about my position.
But you could be successful in certain areas, right?
True.
But still have the ability to grow further.
To grow further.
Yeah.
Right.
Because not everyone at 32 is owning multiple companies, right? Not everyone at 32 has their own record label. Not everyone at 32 is a musician and doing things to have a political change and or climate where they are. So those can be considered successes, but you can always do more or do better in your mind or in your eyes. But people can look at you and be like, oh my God, you've made it. Right?
Yes.
Because a lot of people are working 9-to-5 jobs.
That's
and
true.
Not working for themselves and have, employees.
That's true.
So yeah, you gotta give yourself the credit when you need to give yourself the credit, but still remain humble because it could all be taken away, right?
True.
Okay. Outside of TV and music, what's a passion or hobby you rarely get to speak about that you love doing?
I like going jogging. I really, really love going jogging.
Okay.
I would like to do hikes and stuff because that's something I would like to do. But where I'm from, it's not like I haven't been able to travel and do hikes. I travel and work, but that's something like I love going jogging.
Okay.
That's my thing.
So is there like a trail or a popular area that you can run in the Bahamas? Because I'm a cruise brat, right? So I do the cruises. I get off at the ports, and then I don't venture off into.
Oh, you be by the ports.
But I just be by the ports, and I did Atlantis and like the beaches and stuff. But like, where could you go if in the Bahamas to like run?
You could run the bridge.
Okay.
Because I sure you seen the bridge to go over to Atlantis. You could run that. I like to run the Coral Harbor Strip. That's like a local area where residence homes are.
Okay.
Bahama Strip. That's the strip where the hotels and stuff like Bahama Hotel is, and that's a nice little bougie scene when you want to go for a scene. But me, I'll go running anywhere, and I like bike riding. Like when I was in China, I used to bike ride a lot, like to clear my head. 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I go ride.
We're gonna bypass. I'm gonna separate real quick, right? Because I'm still in the cruise brat, right? So Bahamas, and I'm just a real question because I don't know, right? But I see like there's a certain, I don't want to say culture or climate of energy that's presented to tourists when they come in from the ports, but then when you venture out past the port area, it shifts a little bit. For people that ain't from the Bahamas or whatever, could you speak to that a little bit? And are there areas, if someone is a tourist, that they should go and experience like the true love and energy from the Bahamas?
I think like the Bahamas' biggest industry is tourism.
Okay.
So it only makes sense to make it appealing and sell that for the country.
Yeah.
You know, it's politically favoring. So it's almost like when Korea did K-pop. They fund and they advertise. Just like an artist that gets signed, they get more advertisement and, you know, get bigger. And that's kind of what tourism is for the Bahamas. It's the most profitable market for the country. So when tourists come to the Bahamas, that's kind of all they know. Sunshine and sea. But when you venture off, like if you come into the local clubs, it's a lot for the locals. You know, there's some people that don't even know locals live in the Bahamas. They think it's like a place, like a destination just for fun because of what's advertised.
Advertising, yeah.
So, you know, I think partying with the locals is be fun. Like you got different clubs and
What's
stuff
one
you could go
area
to.
that would be receptive?
Gotta be careful though. Can't just be, you know,
Walking around.
Can't just be walking around anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you link with somebody, you
Yeah.
know, you could check out like you got certain clubs like, you know, Prime Time, the Bay. They like local areas where a lot of people go and it's fun. It's a vibe. For me, it's funner than the clubs and the hotels.
Okay.
Because the clubs and the hotels, they play the music that appeals to the tourists. So it's like, you know,
Makes sense.
it's not, you know,
Gotcha.
yeah.
What would you tell your 10-year-old self back in the day when you were 10 years old? What would you tell yourself today, currently, with the wealth of knowledge that you have, the experiences that you've gone through? What advice would you give your 10-year-old self?
Stop letting these people play on your top because you was her. That's what I tell myself.
I like that. I like that. So we're going to get into some baddies stuff right now. Okay. Baddies Caribbean brought you and many strong personalities together. What was your mindset going on to Baddies? Because at this point, they've done a couple seasons. So we know what Baddies is per se. But what was your mindset thinking about going to Baddies and wanting to go to Baddies?
Okay. That's how I got with Baddies, right? So I used to watch Baddies, but it was all like, you know, you have the little fights and stuff. And it was just it was about this boss energy, you know. So I used to watch and I'm like, you know what? I just told my friend one day, I was like, I'm gonna be on Baddies, but they never did a Caribbean one. So I didn't know if I could have come and audition for that. So I had like made this team of people and I had planned that I was gonna shoot a Baddies Caribbean in the Bahamas. That's what I had planned to do. And then Baddies Caribbean dropped like 3 weeks later. So I was like, hold on. Okay, I ain't even got to do it. Because I was going to try and shoot it and then pitch it to Zeus because I thought about the business of it. It's all based in the States. If you target the Caribbean community, you know, it takes... So I thought it would be a nice pitch to take to Zeus if I had done it because I didn't see them do nobody. Anyway, they dropped Baddies Caribbean. And I went... I just signed up and I fly to the audition. And that was it. And I wanted to get on the network with the show because of the traction in order to push the situation with my brother back home, push my artistry and get myself more known. And then, you know, it's about being a boss. So in my mind, I thinking like, you know, I doing this, I going to Baddies and, you know.
Right. You mentioned you didn't like being treated like a replacement on the show. Could you elaborate on that and how it affected your dynamic on set?
Because, see, the whole replacement thing is like, okay, there was a whole lot going on. You see what I'm saying? You done went through all of this. I had to travel back to the Bahamas to come back through to get into Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Because from the Bahamas coming to the States, we could travel on police records. So I didn't have my American visa at the time.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to catch the jet from the Caribbean back into the States. So I had to travel to London and then back home. Yeah, because you could get into London as a Bahamian because of the Commonwealth and the British law.
Okay.
So I had to go to London, which was an 11-hour flight.
Yeah.
And then I had to fly back to the Bahamas. which was another 11-hour flight. And then I had to fly from the Bahamas to Puerto Rico, which was 2 flights. So we talking about at least 3 days of traveling because I had to spend a night in the Bahamas, right?
That's a lot.
You see what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, I'm already like doing all of this stuff. I ain't trying to be fighting, I ain't trying to be doing all that. But we there and that's the situation and that's what we doing. So when they did the replacement thing, I was really shocked because it was like, I ain't about to be no replacement. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if that's the case, shoot, send me home. Because I just feel like knowing your worth is important. And it wasn't even me trying to be cocky or me trying to act like I better than the show or anything like that. It was just like, y'all really have no valid reason, for real, to cut this on me right now. You know what I mean? So it was like, for me, it was like, shoots. Yeah, keep that, like that's cool. I could just, skedaddle. We were 13 episodes in. I could call it a day, and that's really what it was because I was shocked. That energy was never presented to me beforehand, so it was a complete shock to me to even be told that information. And for me, it was like, okay, if y'all see me as a replacement, let me just go see myself as who I am, and that's not a replacement. So if I big on proving people wrong,
Okay. Yeah, you had a very strong energy on the show, and commanding as well, like commanding your respect. And I commend that for you. There was one of the particular storylines that was a polarizing one, and you had some opinions on it on set. Gretchen using the N-word cavalierly. Did you really?
Cavalierly.
Did you really?
That's such a good word.
Did you really care about that? Because I've done some interviews with a lot of the girls that were part of Caribbean, and all of their response to me about that scenario was that J-Love was the only real girl that really cared about that. So what would you say to that, and what is your response to the situation with Gretchen using the N-word?
Okay, first, I wouldn't say that I think J-Lo was the only person that cared. I think J-Lo was very passionate. J-Lo got a different things she's passionate about, just like me. You bring up the police, is a whole difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she just was more passionate. But I think just knowing American history, I think everybody felt a type of way about it. I'm not American. I felt a type of way just simply about the fact that they were trying to explain why they felt how they felt, and it was like, I don't give a fuck. So it was just like, and then we drinking and stuff like that. I really didn't intend to run up on her, you know what I mean? But we drinking and we lit, and just like they were trying to explain themselves, just like, I don't fucking know y'all saying, you know what I'm saying? People are clearly offended. I didn't like it, I of course didn't like it, and we had conversations after, and I did apologize to her for hitting her because I shouldn't have hit her. No, they just be hitting people on the show. I ain't have to hit her, I didn't have to hit her, to be honest.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I just did. And because I was upset about it,
So the setting of Baddies Caribbean, one would think that we would see a lot of the culture, or at least a little bit of the culture. But in my mind, we didn't see really much of the culture at all, Caribbean culture.
True.
Did you ever advocate to show more?
I did.
What was that like? How did that kind of conversation go?
I did. Because I Caribbean for real.
Yeah.
And I kept saying that, but people was offended by it. But it's like, I really am. I really from here, and I really advocate for here. So I tried, to have conversations about, maybe we should do this or maybe we should do that, because I would like for the Caribbean culture to be, more expressed. That's why I kept screaming. I'm from the Bahamas. I kept the people like, oh, she's screaming that while she's fighting, but I can say that because, shoots, if I don't, who can really, ride for the Caribbean for real? People do it. Like, I understand that people that were a part of the show were of Caribbean descent, but I lived there.
Yeah.
I lived that life. I know how hard it is to tap into the entertainment business as a Caribbean individual, and I would have loved to see more. I understand that it was, a great opportunity to expand business, but I would have loved to see more of that.
Was there any like outreach done to people that are Caribbean, whether they working with Zeus on set through certain set projects or during the day if y'all film here, we're outreaching to the public to come work, maybe learn something, exchange info? Was there anything?
We did things like we went to a fair in Barbados, and there was a bunch of Caribbean people around, and that was nice. That was very, it felt like you was in it. And of course, like even the restaurants and stuff, they reached out to make sure that people got their, visibility and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, those parts, because we in the Caribbean, we got to shoot.
Yeah.
So I think that the outreach was there, but I think I don't think it was really anyone's fault per se.
Okay.
I think it was just lack of knowledge,
Yeah.
lack of consulting
Yeah.
with that culture.
Right. Planning
With the
ahead,
culture.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that you know how to really express the culture. You can't expect people that don't really know the culture to express the culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You could kind of blur the lines between reality TV and being performative, or real life and being performative on reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
How much of yourself do you feel was really you versus performative?
Oh, that was fully me.
So you didn't do anything for camera, no
No.
extraness, no. Okay.
I didn't even know what doing something for the camera was. See, I'm from the Bahamas.
Okay.
All of this production and thing, it don't exist where I'm from. So when I came to Baddies, it was culture shock because everybody from the same place, I'm from a different place.
Mm-hmm.
It was culture shock with the industry because all these cameras, all these securities, I've never even seen a production. I learned what doing something. I was shocked. I was shocked throughout the entire thing. Like really most of my time there, I was completely shocked because I didn't know what doing something for the camera was until after I experienced it. I left the show. I had conversations with some of the girls and I learned that, okay, reality TV is a person. I thought people just follow you around with cameras. Because mind you, I flying from the Bahamas. I don't know nothing about this. All I know is I say I'm going to do this and I did it. But the experience was nothing that I've ever seen before. And anybody from the Bahamas would attest to that. Unless they took part in a movie that came to the Bahamas to film. But as far as being an entertainer in the Bahamas and having those type of opportunities and seeing that type of production and black trucks and all these different, it was new to me, completely new to me.
Was there ever a moment during filming that you felt changed you significantly, whether in a positive way or negative way?
I think in a positive way, a lot of the filming changed me as far as knowledge, just experience of filming, right? It gave me a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding, and a lot of just experience with the industry and learning what it's really about. Negatively, like I tell everybody, spiritually, it was challenging. Like it took me a long time to get past my experience. It took me a long time to get past it.
What did you want the network and or show to show more of regarding you that we did not see?
Like just the strong side of me. You know what I mean? That was conversations that I had with the girls where I spoke about, my strength and the fact that, I'm the only person here doing this from the Bahamas. It's really never been done. You know what I mean? As far as from the female aspect. And, even in confessionals, like, I brought live cash to confessionals. The confessional didn't make the cut. You see what I'm saying? I brought live cash because I really was pissed off about a lot of things. Like, I was bitter at the time. So I just brought live cash. Like, just so I could send a message for real. Like, you know what I mean? Because I started getting caught up in it because I tried to ignore the stuff online and just starting the third, but it's like, we playing on your top.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ooh-wee. So it took a lot for me to restrain And then the peer pressure of it, oh, you in acting like a baddie, not really just from the girls or anything like that, just the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, she ain't a real body, or she ain't a this, and she ain't a that, you know, because I'm not responding in the same type of way, but I don't want to pull my spirit into that. You know, not that this, I just feel like some people are built for it.
Yeah.
Like you said, a character. Some people built for it. It's an industry. It's a lane. And some people are very good at it. A lot of females are good at it. But it's just not my lane. So it was tough. It was very tough with me fighting with whether I should conform to suit the environment and gain the clout or remain loyal to my individuality and take that out of the way.
Who were you really close with, and who could you not stand? 1-1. And are you? Did that energy change for you in either direction today?
Me and Tinka are so close. I fuck with Tinka heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when me and Tinka talk, we don't talk about bodies.
Gotcha.
Like, we don't talk as often. You see what I'm saying? But when we talk, we get talking, we check on each other's life. How you doing? We don't even talk about bodies, to be honest. We talk about, okay, she got casted for the season. Girl, fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know, we really don't talk about bodies. So that's really why I fuck with the most.
Okay.
From my time on the show. I really like Fauna. I met Fauna in Nassau. She came to Nassau. I had booked her for my show. But the show got postponed, so she still came for vacation. We had a time. So I really like Fauna. Who I really don't like. Who I really don't like. See, I know hey Nas bet you, see? I don't even know. Like I say, I really don't like. Because
if you really don't have a person to name, that's cool.
I don't like a lot.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
you know?
Well, there we go.
But it's not even because of no hate and shit. It's just like we don't relate.
So the reunion was a lot. Okay. Did you feel pressured to fight from like the fans or like the people that comment? Because when you came to set, it was intense. And I don't know what fully happened with the drama going on with the rumors and stuff about regarding your brother. I don't know if somebody said something, somebody's tried to dish you with a song or whatever was going on back then. But you had heightened energy when you came to the reunion. Can you speak to that a little bit and what happened fully so people can know about your brother? What happened and why were you so passionate?
Okay, so the person that I really wasn't intending to fight at the reunion.
Okay.
I was gonna come and I didn't want to fight. I kept telling the girl that wanted to fight me, I kept telling her online, like, I ain't trying to fight you, you know, like, but then she kept taking things too far. She started making fake pages with these graveyard pictures with my brother head hanging from a tombstone and different stuff. So when I came to the reunion, I deliberately came in merch with my brother face on it. I deliberately came really ready to fight her, to be honest, because I felt like this the language that's being spoken within this environment. So I get to stand on business with my brother. Like, he died from police brutality. That's nothing to joke about, and I wanted people to understand how passionate the situation was for me, and just to understand, like, she just went too far. She went too far because it is a very sensitive situation where I'm from. Like, I face a lot going up against the police and, fighting for what I fight for when it comes to police reform and in concern with my brother killing. So to make a joke and drive that into a situation or use it to antagonize me. So that's why I was intense. I was pissed off. I came on the stage ready to fight, like, because she won't fight me, but you ain't really got no reason to fight me. She was upset about a diss track, but see, with the diss track, I deleted the diss track, honestly, because I just didn't want to carry that energy, because really, I can't say that I'm friends with the girls, but I fuck with them. You have to have a certain respect when you know your position, the same thing I was telling you earlier, just knowing the reality of your position, like even though it's not really the lane that I would carry my message through moving forward, it's just like these girls have all made ways for themselves. So as far as respect, that's really why I took down the diss track, just through, just because I fuck with what they did for themselves. I watched it. I was watching Baddies before I was on Baddies, so I fuck with what they did for themselves. After the show, it was just a lot of things being said about me online for no reason. It was just things. So when I made the diss track, it was to address everybody that thought I didn't see what they was going live and saying and this, that, and the third. And that was my way of responding. But when I did it, everybody mad. But it's like people online talking lies about me. Like even the girl that I fought, I spoke highly of her in my confessionals. So to see her come online and talk about me the way she talked about me was just like, that's why I really threw her in the diss track. She wasn't even like a part of it. She just had 4 lines, it wasn't even nothing. I just was trying to tell her like, bro, I supported you in this way. So she took that, I guess, as an opportunity for the camera time because she was a replacement. And I guess, she expecting to get on the show, which I get, but you took it too far. So that's where the intenseness came from with Reunion. I came there hard. I came there, my brother face on my chest, so people could understand this ain't no joke.
So I think you and I have something in common with regard. Well, I'll speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for you. The concept of police and policing here in the States is an extreme conversation with me. I often go from 0 to 1,000,000 talking to someone about cops. Because they've never gone through my experience in dealing with cops. They've never been racially profiled. They've never been pulled over for being black. They've never been, chastised or anything. So to them, cops are great. Cops do their job. They're not a problem unless you give them a problem. But I'm on the adverse of that. I'm on the opposite end of that. I don't give them a problem. They give me a problem all the time. So I don't know how deep and thick you want to get into the conversation, but can you let us know what happened with your brother? Why are you fighting now for your brother? Can you shed some light on that? Because I would think, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, in my mind, I would hope that if we're of the same culture and of the same skin tone and of the same race where we are and there are police and us, that there would be more unity. Versus, having to fight police reform. But it sounds like that's not the case, that it's abuse of power. And no matter where you are, the law still thinks that they can do whatever they want to do. So can you shed some light on that? Add some truths to what I'm saying?
Yeah, with my brother in 2021, it was because Christmas, the day after Christmas was Boxing Day. I was home with COVID and I just got a call from my parents and it was like, okay, some police came to the house. So my brother was in an incident. We need to come tomorrow at 12. So they called me up my bag because my parents, they called me for everything. So when they told me that, I knew he was dead because 12 o'clock is, when they come, they try to meet with you, identification, all these different things. So I already knew he was dead when they called me. So I called some friends, tried to find out information. Was nothing on the road. Went out on the street, tried to find out every possible information, looked online, found the place where there was possible, shootings. And then I just narrowed it down. And then I went to the scene, saw that there was no gunshot directions based on what people tell me on the street, I saw there was no gunshots in the direction of the bar where they say he was at. So I know he didn't shoot. So now I'm a curious person and I see bullshit. Okay. From a mile away. So when I started questioning the streets and I started seeing a bunch of things, so this time it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I had every hospital, every police station, and no report is there. So now I'm suspicious. Then the bar that he was killed at was my cousin's bar. So I told my dad, call my cousin and find out. They said, oh, he came out brandishing the gun. He was shot down. Somebody else had a different story. And then, so it just seemed like there was a story being gathered because you couldn't find, this is Bahamas, small place. Shooting like that happened, it can show up online, especially in the plain road. But nothing was there. So my mind started to tick. And these hours are important because you don't want a cover up to start to take place that you don't catch wind of. So now I'm like on the road all night. So the next day went to see the police department, and they had the meeting, and just what I thought it would be. They had a psychiatrist there. Oh, well, we think it was. I say no, you know, he dead. You know, think like she could live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know who's gonna deal with who shot him. So they started telling me things, and I'm like, it didn't happen that way because I hadn't been to the scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I can't find him. He's not at the morgue, so you know, where's he at? Like, you know what's going on. So just like I said with the misconception, you know, he thought I was a child. He asked me for my parents. I'm like, bro, you know, you should be upset that I'm here because now I will dig into this like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So we started digging, and you know, come to find out, we got a lawyer, lost lawyers because of the intensity of the situation. You know, phone calls, stalking, all type of different stuff. So
Does
now
the public treat you differently?
I had friends during the time.
Okay.
People around me that treated me differently because who does that? Like who goes? I went on the news. You know, I'm outright speaking like that. That don't happen. Like people do it back home, but it only lasts for so long. And to the extent that I was going, I kept myself in the public eye, speaking on it. So it was like a lot of people started shying back from me because, you know, they're afraid for themselves. They brand, you know, people assuming this and assuming that. But I just knew in my heart he didn't do nothing to get shot. So my family, we just kept pushing. We had to bring in foreign investigators. And they put 45 in my brother, 45 shots. And we continued to investigate the case. We had to get the car. We then took possession of the car because it was a rental car. So the car was returned to the rental spot. So we went there, got it. We brought in foreign investigators to analyze the ballistics, all of that stuff. And a lot of things came to light that, you know, it wasn't even one set of shooting. It was two sets of shots. The first set of shots what killed him, second set of shots, cover up. So it was a lot that started to come out, and we did coroner's court. This when the public opinion started to direct in a different. We had support from the public from the beginning though.
Okay.
Because it's a normal thing where I'm from. It's an unspoken thing. It's a normal thing because nobody want to touch it. So we after coroner's court is where you go to basically look at the case and see whether the shooting from the policeman was lawful or unlawful. So we had coroner's court. We won coroner's court. That took the public opinion, and all the friends that shied away from me, you know, they all tried to come back, and because, you know, they saying, oh, you don't know this boy, he could have shot at the police. They saying all these different things. But I know in my heart he ain't had no gun. So we basically, my family and I, it was a lot that we went through investigating that case. We had to study the case inside and out. So I've seen my brother in ways nobody would wish to see their loved one. I've swallowed things that nobody would wish to swallow when trying to bury, or he didn't even get buried. He had to get cremated because he was too damaged.
Yeah.
You know, and the shots, the photos of his body, they play in my mind. So after we had to go through all that because we got to investigate ourselves.
Yeah.
So as time went on, the public, we got more and more support. So we getting more support now, and we just continue in the fight. They haven't been charged yet. So that's where we're at right now with the fight. They haven't been charged. And I think creating more awareness is going to apply some pressure to probably create some type of intention with the case.
Yeah.
For them to charge them and really call it what it is. But it's just so much layers to it. So it's a hard situation. And when I went to Baddies, I didn't realize I was going through so much mentally. Because before Baddies, I fought PTSD. Because, you know, dealing with all those things and seeing those stuff, I dealt with PTSD. I dealt with all these things. So when I went to Baddies, I didn't realize how mentally So my quietness too on Baddies was due to that. And I had to learn, I had to realize that over time. So yeah.
Okay. Where do you think we need to go, or where do you think Bahamas needs to go for policing to be better?
I think it needs to go public. I think that's the only way. Cause it's just so much. After my brother died, I started researching cases and meeting families. And it's so much sons and fathers and you know what I mean, that were just killed and unexplained. And I'm not saying the whole of the police force is bad.
Okay.
You got good police as well as you got bad police, as you do everywhere. But it being a known thing in the world, I feel is what's going to apply pressure politically for them to really start doing something about it. Because politically, I feel like it could be more attention focused towards police reform as far as the training. Like over here, they have police that are specialists in behavioral analysis. We don't have that. The law is shoot to kill. So once you say you in fear of your life, you could really get away with shooting somebody for just running up on you instead of just subduing him. So it's just certain things. I don't wish to take down, the political structure of the Bahamas. I don't wish to bash my country, but I do feel like there's way more that the government can apply their budget to when it comes to increasing like the information that police officers have when it comes to dealing, because I feel like it breeds murderers. For you to get your gun back, someone just could be a boy. Like let's say you killed somebody like on the field. You know how you have to go through psychiatric, all of that. Over here, back home, is somebody could be a boy, bro, you just get it back. And so I just feel like psychologically these things are not being paid attention to. You have some people that do it deliberately, but I'm sure you have some people that just breed into that because that's birthing a killer.
What do you do to get through that? When you go home, I don't know if or when you think about your brother, what did you do, I should say, to get to a place where you can get through the day? What does that look like for you? Because we have others that have lost loved ones to police or senseless violence. How does Dia deal with that on a day-to-day?
I fight for him.
Okay.
That's what makes me feel good. I just continue to fight for him. Now, mentally, it was a lot.
Yeah.
That takes time to heal. But what makes me feel like I'm doing something is just continuously fighting for him and keeping his name alive and making sure that whatever he died for lives on. Because it has to be a purpose. With the type of person I am, the type of people my family is, for that to happen, there have to be a purpose. Because we ain't gonna stop. Like anybody know. Like when that happens, people say, oh, you did it to the wrong family, like because we're not. So there have to be a purpose behind it for it to have happened to us.
I think about you being in the Baddies climate and then going through that. Who was aligned with you and coached you along the way spiritually, mentally, when you got off the show? Like who brought you back home? Who was your food for your soul to decompress and, reconnect with you?
To be honest, I wasn't really, my dad is usually the person that brings me back to grounding.
Okay.
But during that time, it wasn't nobody could help me. I tried being in love, tried, having that as a cushion, tried, but nobody could, like it was, I can't say that anybody really cushioned me through it because it can't be my dad. He's hurting, his son is dead. So I got to be strong for them, and I got to be strong for my guys that work for me.
The protector needs protecting too. The lover needs to be loved too. The friend needs to be befriended as well. So you have to make sure that, and we can we can take care of ourselves, right? We can do what we need to do for ourselves, but there's always an elevated level of emotion in a positive direction when you have someone else that understands and gets it, you know? So definitely reach out to those people as often as possible, because there are times when we just get a thought in our mind and then all of a sudden there's a snap. You know what I'm saying? You need that friend or cousin or whoever.
Well, I have a best friend.
Okay.
Actually, my best friend Rihanna, she was there.
Okay.
She was there throughout the entire thing.
Okay.
Actually, because now that you say it like that, now it's all coming to me. She was there with every court hearing, every situation, So I did have a person.
That's a beautiful thing. We're going to segue into music, right? Because you're an artist. We know you're also a recording artist and you have a record label. Now, I just found that out today because What's the name of this record label and what inspired you getting fully there, right? Because that's another way of ownership. So talk to that. What's the name of it and what got you there?
The name of the record label is Major Hit Records.
Okay.
Yes. My last name is Major, so Major Hit Records.
Makes sense.
What got me there, honestly, was my new manager, Katie. Okay. So I came to Atlanta and we was working, and I hadn't ever had like my career really fully honed on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when I started learning more, because he's teaching me more about the industry, more about the states and stuff like that, like, you know, so I learned like, you know, different stuff. And then when I started to learn that, okay, if I was to get signed, somebody could sign me and tell me who my team need to be. So instead of that being the situation, we formed a record label to protect everybody that works with me, as far as in the Bahamas and in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the smarts. The smarts is the thing. I like that. I'm a baddie. Sunday to Sunday, Go Stupid, Slumber Party are a few songs that represent you as an artist. You got some new joints coming up in the near future. Which song and or songs are your favorite and why? And what was the experience like creating these or those two songs or a few songs that are your favorites? So which are your favorites and why? And even if I didn't list it here, say what's your favorite and why, and what the experience was like creating those songs.
One of my favorite songs is Sunday to Sunday.
Okay.
That was my first like hit.
Okay.
That's my first hit, so that'll always be one of my favorites. Because I was about to quit music. This was like right after my brother died, and I was about to quit music, and they called me. Charlie Black's manager from Jamaica called me to do a song with Charlie Black, which was like crazy. Because I had like 13 listeners on Spotify. This was like way back then. Like I had nobody listening to my music, but somebody who had worked for me, who was a Tyler, he was Jamaican, and he put me on to some people in Jamaica, and then out of nowhere I got a call. So I did the verse, and in like 3 months I was touring Europe. Yeah, he managed me for a minute as well, back then. But like that song just went crazy. It's like one of my top songs right now. It was my first experience with performing in front of a huge crowd, people singing my music. That was it went from 0 to 100.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time in Jamaica around that time, learning, like tapping into the Jamaican culture. I got some really big features out of there. So around that time, like that song just signifies like, you know, a new step for me. And I was able to like, that was one of my healing processes from the whole situation with my brother. Because I was in Jamaica and it just it made me believe in my music again. So, yeah.
How does your Caribbean heritage show up in your music? Whether it's the vibe, the sound, the hair, the clothing.
I think it's just me.
Okay.
I think it's just me because I don't really necessarily just make Caribbean music. I rap too,
Okay.
and I make all types of different. I'm very versatile, but I think like me and like my spirit, it's just the essence of Caribbean. Like, you know, just being very spiritual, being very assertive, as a bold Caribbean woman, being very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big part of, like, I just feel like being me, like, just
Yeah.
that's what brings it.
Okay. Are you working on? Well, I know you're working on new music. Can I say you're working on?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we speak to that? When is it being released? Is there a music video? Am I on the song? What's up? What's the new music? Because I heard it. The beat is fire. The lyrics are aggressive and intentional. You're saying some things. So can you let the people know what's going on?
I'm dropping a new song. This song is gonna drop by next week. It's called Pocket Watching. And it is a crazy record. I think something that people are not gonna expect. So tap in. And it's gonna be the first record that I'm dropping from my new mixtape, which is called Against the Odds.
Okay.
So
Against the odds. Yes, indeed. What message or feeling do you hope listeners walk away with when they encounter your music?
just realness. I want people to know that I'm like, anything I talk about in my music is like stuff I've experienced or like stuff I've felt. It's nothing fake about it. It's nothing inauthentic about it.
Okay.
So that's what I want people to take. Like,
So are there any booty twerking songs? Are there any
Yeah.
I hate this man, he get on my motherfucking nerve songs? Or what kind of vibes are we getting? You know, let us know. Let's know.
most of
What
the
kind of mood?
most of the mixtape is storytelling, but we definitely got some twerk songs in
So I can
there.
get ready when I'm getting ready.
Yeah,
to
you
the
can
club,
get ratchet. You
or if I want to cuss a
you-
bitch out, I could be like, "Fuck you, bitch." Fuck you,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good.
I get there.
Huh?
I get there.
Okay. Good.
I get there.
With reality TV fame comes a platform. How do you use your voice in music or otherwise to represent your culture and or community?
I try to be intentional about everything I say. I try to keep it as real as possible so that people can could take away like what makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is giving me a huge platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be honest, like, I don't think that I would be really as far as I am without like the opportunity with Zeus and Baddies.
Okay.
Not think I wouldn't,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm very grateful. And I thank God every day that opportunity happened. You know, seasons come and seasons go, but I will forever be grateful for being put on that platform by Zeus, by Natalie. It's given me an opportunity to expand my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And to get people to listen to what I'm saying, to really get people to see what I'm pushing for. And that's something that could never be replaced. So as far as in my community, I try to use it for the best, like in the best way that I could.
What's your biggest goal with music right now? If you had to think of, let's say, 3 goals, whether small time, short time, long term goals that you can think of right now, what are those 3? To sign Wesley as an artist, that's one.
Use Rape.
Yeah, no. I
Spit something.
I can't. I ain't even gonna disrespect myself and or you like that. But I did have 3 albums out on iTunes back when I was.
What? Stop playing. What it called?
Oh, baby, I can't even think of it. It's so long ago. So
Big
long ago.
Wesley, not
But
the
that's
little
when
one.
TuneCore like first came out, and it was allowing you to put music on and all of that. Baby, I because
He's rapping and stuff?
characters. I was singing, and one of my characters was Twan Rose, a very crazy character, and then I was rapping with my Mona character, and it was hilarious. It was comedy to me. It was comedy albums to me.
Yeah.
But it was always fun to play around because I used to think I could do everything. Like I could rap, I could sing, I could do this, you know. But now, you know, the climate has changed in the music. So what are those 3 goals for you?
Definitely being a mogul.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I see myself.
So is that signing people to the label, having them become successful, or you just say mogul like having your hands in multiple more things? Because you already got like 15 businesses. Woman, what's going on? You already a mogul. What we talking about?
I see myself being a stamp in history for music. There ain't been a person that blew from the Bahamas since Who Let the Dogs Out.
Okay, got you.
So I see myself being there and like you say, creating other opportunities. And then of course expanding the industry in my country.
Yes.
Like that's 3 of my top goals.
Movies? No movies? You have a
I do.
pretty look, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No movies, you don't want to be out there. Don't know billboards.
I definitely would tap into acting. That's something that I want to do.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. For fans who may know you from the show but not know you from your music, what song do you hope they start with today and why? Like if we got somebody watching, they like, oh, she do music, I want to hear something. What's that one song that's going to be like, bitch, this who I am? And you need to watch it and listen to it right now.
Pocket watch it.
Okay. But that's not out right now. So it'll be out. Well,
it could be out when this drop.
Yeah, I'm fast with the interviews. I'm not going to be holding on to this for months.
When it drop it?
Like in my world, Friday.
Oh, pocket watching should be out.
Okay.
Pocket watching should be out. What today is? Today's Tuesday? Yeah, pocket watching be out. I just got the master today. So I file it tomorrow.
All right now.
Where just let us know what time where they're crossing paths.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That would be dope. Yeah.
So it is PARK.
I pre-thought this. I'm trying.
PARK and watch?
Pocket. POCKET WACHIN.
Got you.
Pocket watching. Okay, that's what the people that, you know, they just be talking, they just be thinking, like, they just be thinking where you at. They don't really know nothing, but they watching. You know what type of way?
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you talking your shiz naive. What has been the most challenging part about the music business side of things for you so far, and how are you overcoming it?
The most challenging thing for me would be, let's say, I kind of antisocial a little bit. Not antisocial, but I have like little social anxiety and stuff like that. Because I'm always working and I'm always in the studio, so I'm always in my own tunnel vision. And then on top of that, I have really bad eyes. So when it comes to networking, it's really difficult for me because sometimes I forget people's faces.
Oh.
And that's something I feel like is important to say, because people be thinking like sometimes that I just walking past them and stuff like that, but it's really not that. Like I cannot see that well.
Let me tell you.
So
it is okay if you don't remember who the fuck they are. Okay? Because there are quite a few people that I come across and be like, hey, Wes.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, yes. Yeah. But what if they don't say hey first?
Okay.
That's the thing. What if they don't say hey first?
Well,
and then it'd be like,
they'd be like, oh. Say hey first, then they get walked past. And
yeah, because it's be like, you didn't even say hi to me either. But, you know.
But yeah, you didn't say hi to me either. Yeah, you're right.
It's hard navigating that for me.
Period.
Are you feeling bad sometimes?
I don't. I had to stop. I had to stop. If I forget, I forget. And besides, I just blame it on my age. I'm getting older. You make it to my age. If you could choose one word to describe your current chapter in life, what would that be? Today.
On top of shit.
Okay. I mean, because you got all these businesses now.
On top of shit.
You got all these businesses. All right. How would you like to be remembered? Not saying that you're passing, but like when people think of Dia, what's the one thing that you want to come to their mind?
The realest. I can keep it 100 every time, regardless what anybody feel.
Okay.
Because all you can do is give people the truth.
Yeah.
When you lie to people, you ain't doing nobody
It's
justice.
so much easier.
It's
to just
so
tell the
much
truth.
easier.
If a bitch is ugly, bitch, you ugly. You know what I'm saying? If she beautiful, you beautiful. God damn it. You
Yeah.
know, like it's just so easy to be
It
honest.
just is what it is.
How do you think about what I got? That shit is horrible. Why you doing that? Change that up. You know?
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, oh, that's cute, but it's not really.
Yeah.
It's always telling you.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best way. What is one message you want to send to your fans? Talk to that camera right there. Both those who love your show appearance and those supporting your music as you step into the next phase.
What I would like to tell all of my fans, first of all, thank you for all y'all's support. You have no idea what it means to me. And I would also tell them to just be authentic with yourself. You know, stand up for everything you believe in. You know, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything, and conformity is prison. Never change yourself to fit the stigma. Just be who you are and find your lane, because it makes no sense like trying to fit in.
I want to throw in a beat real quick. That sounds that sounds like a verse.
Yeah, like it don't make no sense because it's not gonna last. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's really not going to last. You got to perfect who you are and hone in on your image. And the more time you take watching the next person, what the hell you getting? Don't worry about your pace as long as you pacing. The turtle beat the rabbit, and people don't pay attention to that. So
that was just a burst right there.
You know,
she gonna record it and put it on.
You
a song.
so crazy.
We going to the TV real quick. Now listen, we're gonna have a little fun here. We're gonna have a little fun.
Okay, what's
Ain't nothing
up?
too crazy. We're gonna get into the social media questions that they asked earlier.
That's social media questions?
We're gonna see now. We're gonna let the people speak now. Jay the All-Star says, how was production towards the girls on Caribbean?
Amazing.
Okay. Why do people think y'all don't eat on
That's
the show?
not true.
Yeah,
Production
we eat so many
is
times.
amazing.
Yeah,
they are very, very kind.
Yeah.
They make sure that you're good. Shout out the whole Zeus production team. They are amazing.
Yeah, when Kiva was on, she said they were set up real nice in the hotel. They had everything they needed. They transportation everywhere to and from. Like, yeah. Jada All-Stars wants to know, how do you feel about Gretchen and Sana? And where we talked about that already. I'm a good interviewer, baby.
Been there, done that.
All right. 654 Juwan says, did she feel any pressure to fight on the show? Did you feel pressured to fight on the show because it is a fighting show, or do you feel like you got in there because you wanted to get in there?
I got in there for principle. Everybody know that. People kept telling me, this is reality TV. Stop mixing reality with reality. I really fought every time because I felt like my talk was being played on.
Okay. Now, you could read that Tony Korean question and let me know if you want to answer that.
I tell you, I can't see.
Okay.
You got to read it.
So it says, how did you really feel after being casted as a standout Caribbean girl on the Caribbean season just to end up being sent home to the Caribbean? That's a shady question.
It is a shady question. It's a shady question.
You talked about your experience already, low key, throughout.
Yeah.
So that could be the answer.
Yeah.
But that was shady, Tony.
He said.
Will you ever return to Baddies? That's a Joe_Legend97 question.
Unfortunately, no.
No. Now I'm gonna tell you now, because you know I stay in with the baddies. We ain't fucking or nothing, but you know, I'm cool with the girls. How y'all doing, girls? So listen here. I've had some girls on the show before, and they've all said, not all, but have disclosed that they, don't want to go back to baddies, But a lot of them went back to baddies for the Baddie USA season, and a lot of them have to fight. They went to carry the, the BGC, moniker, and nobody left with a black eye. Well, the people that opted to fight, they weren't obligated. So, maybe down the line, Zeus might do a Caribbean part 2 and bring back some of the Caribbean ladies, and it'd be a different vibe and something else. Who knows?
It isn't about, for me, going back isn't about the fighting. It isn't about Zeus. It isn't about any of that. It's about, I feel like my purpose is just in a different direction. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's in a different direction because I fuck with it, I fuck with it because I saw the growth.
Okay.
I love to see the growth in the business, but for me, it's like I just have such a huge conversation, and I can't see myself compromising that.
Okay. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Jay the All-Star says, sorry, this is me spamming y'all and asking all these questions. Did they ever feed y'all? We answered that. Yes, they get fed.
They feed us.
Jay the All-Star said, did you build some bonds with the girls, and who are you closest to? I asked that question. I'm good at this shit here. I asked that already. Now,
I will say that I would say the girls that I really like, though. I did not
What's the
mention
girl-
Scotty.
the girl that you was friends with on the show. You're not cool with-
Tinka.
No, not Tinka. The
Who?
other girl that was fighting with you a lot, and she had your back at the reunion.
Oh, you mean I haven't spoken to her in a minute?
Oh, I saw your face, girl.
Yeah. I ain't speak to her in a minute, but I will say shout out Scotty though.
Scotty, yeah.
Shout out Scotty because Scotty was straight through to the end of the season. Scotty was like, I'm trying to figure out why they sent you. So
Scotty is cool.
Scotty is a real one. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna see how brave you are. We're gonna go to pick one. Okay. So you can only pick one. Don't be scared. You don't have to tell us why you're picking it. You don't have to add nothing to it. Just say left, right, whoever's on the thing. All right. You've watched my episode, so you know what I'm talking about. If you got to the end of the videos, you know what I'm talking about. You ready? Oh, yes. Get you a pineapple or a strawberry. Yes, indeed.
Like good pineapple.
You want a refresher of the drink? Okay. Can we get a refresher of the drink? All right. So remember, you can only pick one or the other. You can't say both. You can't say neither. You have to pick one. You got to stand on it. And again, you ain't got to say negative or positive. Just pick
I
first.
found on big business.
All
Big
right,
business.
All right. First one. Pick one.
Natalie.
All right. Second one. Pick one.
Rolly.
All right.
E.T.
All right.
Mariah.
Okay.
Jayla,
and
Jayla.
Sapphire. Okay.
Diamond. No, I fuck with Diamond, bro.
Yeah.
I would tell you, Diamond came to Bahamas one time. We had a time. I fuck
Okay.
with Diamond. We got to talk and all that stuff. I fuck
uh-huh.
with Diamond. I respect Diamond.
Hey, Diamond's cool as shit. Yeah.
She worked hard.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck with Diamond.
Amber
I can't
Rose
see.
and Jocelyn. Jocelyn's on the
Jocelyn,
left.
boy.
Have you ever met her? Have you ever interacted?
Never met her.
Okay.
But I like how a show have so much purpose.
Okay.
You know? I like a show. I fuck with it. Lemmy.
All right.
What?
Sarah on the right, Janelle on the left. Both from BGC.
I know.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
Based
Based off the picture, we'll pick one.
Janelle eyes eating down though.
All right. And the big three.
Oh my mama! I like Summer. I can lie.
All right. So you're here in Atlanta. You got some things going on. Tell the people where they need to go, where they need to be.
Yes.
They need to see you. What they coming to see. See, I rhymed that real quick. I just did it off the
Period.
dome.
Yes. Spit that shit last. Ain't playing with you, no.
Right.
Never. What's happening in Atlanta is November 22nd. Major Hit Records, in collaboration with All in One Entertainment, is having our first influencers celebrity boxing match starring Lil Woody and Boski. So everybody pop out because it's about to be a movie. I'm gonna be performing live, so you know.
Are we going to She's Naive?
Yes, that type of she's naive. That's how I say it. She's naive.
Okay.
I be picking up something.
What is your energy on stage? I'm curious because you're giving real demure and real inward energy. When you be on stage, is it like, bah?
Gotta quiet all the noise until I hear the knocking.
Hey.
Humble beats about to get it popping. Steady beating at that door until I break the lock, and I don't give a fuck who judging me because ain't no other option.
Hey.
Yeah.
I want that energy on
We
stage.
outside.
Yes, indeed.
We
Okay, I like
outside.
that. That was cute. I like that. Listen, now you swore you told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? You
So
raised
help me
that hand.
God.
You did that, right? Okay, now, because on the whole truth of West, we only speak the truth. Listen, I need y'all to support, follow, and check her out on Friday. I'm gonna see if I can make it. Make sure my schedule is good to go. The song and the mixtape come out when?
Pocket Watching is dropping this Friday.
Okay.
And the mixtape is gonna be dropping at the end of the month. So everybody stay tuned. It's about to be a movie.
Bam.
Yes.
And is there anything that we forgetting? If we need a house built in Bahamas, we can call your construction company.
Yes, call
Okay.
me. Okay, GF1 Construction and the HVAC and refrigeration company is called Air Pro Solutions. The best in the business when it comes to shared services of your luxury homes. So
And last but not least, if I'm a singer, a rapper, or whatever, a singer rapper, how do I get in contact with Major Hit Records? Because I think I got a song or an album, and I'm that dude or that girl. How do I get involved?
well, you can email us at majorhitrecords@gmail.com.
Okay.
If you're looking for an opportunity,
Okay.
it's definitely going to be the next record label to look out for when it comes to the music game. So,
All
yeah.
right. Thank y'all for watching. Please
I
leave
forgot
comments,
the just-
share, hype this video up, and like this video. And yes, you can like, hype, and leave comments and share. Thank you for coming.
I forgot the Justice for Azario thing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll add it in.
Oh, so all that, because when you was talking just now, I was like,
I'll add it in.
okay. Also, if you want to support the movement with my brother, his name is Azario Major. For more information, you could really just go on Google and search up Azario Major Killing Bahamas. If you want to support, just hashtag Justice for Azario. Yeah, and just reach out, contact me if you want to do any collaborations when it comes to activism. We outside with it, okay?
Yeah.
And we ain't stopping until justice is served.
All right. Tap the glass, tap the glass. We're at the
Period.
climax. And it was a pleasure.
Yes.
It was a pleasure. Yes, indeed.
Thank you for having me, though.
Of course.